I wish there was no Black Lives Matter.
Now don't get it twisted.
I'm not standing here pissed and angry-fisted, talking shit about this beautiful movement.
Truth is, I wish we lived in a world that didn't have to use it.
In a world where black lives weren't misused and abused by the system.
That same system that used to whip them since they forcibly shipped them from the African land that originated man.
See, black life has always mattered. This ain't a new thing. And black life mattered since before they were kings and queens. And black life mattered since Nefertiti was known as Lady of all women. And black life mattered since Mansa Musa showed his enormous wealth wasn't fiction. Black life mattered since before black lives were shown true hell. And black life mattered before they were treated as someone you'd sell.
Black life matters since before they brought the world their math and science, inspiring minds for all time, shaping civilizations of all kinds.
Black life matters since before slave ships came to take them and forced them to work the plantations. Black life has mattered since way before the white man made them build the economy of foreign land with bloody and blistered hands. And black life matters since before the white man had the gall to call them 3/5 of a man.
Black life mattered before they had to fight for freedom, to fight for people, to even see them as equals.
Since before they fought to keep their heritage meaningful.
Black life matters since before they thought slavery had ended, only to be upended and met Jim Crow to show where they're headed.
Black life matters since before they were told they didn't.
Never sitting on the kingly thrones where they rightfully belonged.
A black life always forced to live behind the 8 ball.
Black life matters since before the mistreatment came. From hateful white faces in hateful places not seeking to be blamed. Black life matters since before they were locked in cages, filling spaces in unjust ways. Prison, industrial complex using black bodies to stay paid. Black life has always mattered. They've always shattered any preconceived misconceptions that they're less than any other man on this planet.
When in truth, their history is expanded.
Man's creation came from black life's innovation, elevating and shaping nations with great black minds' creation.
Black life has always mattered, regardless of white denial. All the while spewing by and defending the character.
While trying to justify the force they used to subdue and disparage them.
It act like they care for them?
Black life mattered since before lies led to blood splattered. Black life mattered before Emmett Till's falsely accused wolf whistle led to his lynching. And his white murderers all being acquitted.
Black life mattered long before Rodney King's beating was on TV for all to see.
And could you believe those crooked-ass cops still went free?
Black lives mattered since before Trayvon Martin's life was taken by a piece of shit playing make-believe, thinking he's a cop. He shot and took a young king's life, stealing the light from behind his eyes, robbing the world blind of what Trayvon could have been. It should have been Zimmerman instead of him.
Black lives matter since before shook cops took shots.
Spreading their lies that they feared for their lives. Firing 16 times.
And that's why they've taken black lives numerous times?
Black lives matter since before the cover-up of Laquan McDonald's murder. Hiding evidence to further the myth that the cops weren't culpable. Fearing the truth because it shows they were vulnerable.
A house built on lies. Wise eyes see past their disguise of being officer-friendly.
Black life has always mattered and should be held in high regard, not just posthumously.
You and me.
We should be singing the praises of names like Breonna Taylor. Say her name.
For she risked her life, saving lives during a pandemic, only to be killed quick by pricks with itchy trigger fingers.
And a no-knock warrant to warrant the inexcusable use of brute force.
Shooting through doors and killing her sleeping body in bed. She's dead.
Then there's George Floyd with a knee on his neck, stealing his breath till there was none left. The killer cop observed by his 3 racist friends when instead of an intervention, they just stood idly by watching their racist friend take George Floyd's life. added strife to an already angry community. Angry black lives are continuously killed with impunity. When instead of wishing condolences to George and Brianna's family, we should still be praising their continued work in the community.
Black life mattered since before KKK hoods were swapped for police badges.
MAGA hats, government rats. Trump further fueling systemic racism, placing kids in cages, funding school to prison pipeline, vicious cycle. Stifle black youth's growth with denial of proper health care and good education.
Not to mention reparations for enslaving our ancestral nation.
Sweet home Alabama just tries to reside behind their blind faith.
Hiding their hate as they cake for Agent Orange and murderous cops.
Quick to take shots at equal rights.
Trying to disguise their racism as having patriotic pride.
Black life has mattered since before they put their lives on the line. Time and time again in wars not made for them. Coming home with no parade for them. Denied the GI Bill to build generational wealth.
Hell, redlining kept them out of better communities.
Banks use unnecessary scrutiny to deny them loans to improve their communities.
Showing the system's mission has always been
to miss them with any semblance of equal rights.
Black life has always mattered before they laid the blueprint
for all the new shit that everybody uses.
Black life mattered before culture vultures appropriated all that they brought to the table. This is no fable. Black lives have always been able and capable of reaching unattainable heights in society.
I'm crying, B. Even the blind can see that black lives should have never been mistreated.
Instead, seated at the same table next to you and me. Equally.
Corporations gain from a nation's pain.
But they try to frame as growing support, which they monetize for sure.
Selling shirts in their online store, faking a caring stance.
It's when it's all a song and a dance for the cameras, man. Refusing blame that besmirches the name, keeping their hands clean, and dismissing past indiscretions.
Hoping to give us impressions that they've always been with us, miss us with all that jazz.
Ain't you called the cops on a black man who was just sat there waiting for a friend?
What was your support at back then?
This black life has always mattered.
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 Since way before Starbucks splattered a slogan on a shirt.
Which they only did when they realized the black dollar's worth.
When we took our money out, they sure was hurt.
That's corporate America KKK MO to placate black folks for show.
And to tell their friends that they woke.
Always blowing smoke.
Their fake support of our struggle is a joke.
The NFL even rocking a slogan knowing damn well they ain't giving Cap his job back.
Team stunting, Black Lives Matter snapbacks.
Still steady blackballing Colin like they did Hodges in the 90s. You have to be blind, B.
To not see the trickery of these corporate entities sending me their hollow support and false backing.
Still lacking any substantial funneling of money into my community. So save that fake-ass corporate shirt emblazoned with
Black Unity.
Your empty words ain't moving me.
Well, when it's all said and done, please don't let this be a trend. White brethren, see this through to the end.
To where black lives get the respect they've always deserved and no longer remain underserved in impoverished communities. Where instead, they get proper health care and educational opportunities, no longer making food deserts out of their community.
Now say it loudly and in unity. Black life has and always will matter. Peace. Peace.
Don't get me wrong, I'm down with Black Lives Matter, but why the fuck we gotta march if all Black Lives Matter? Don't get me wrong, I'm down with Black Lives Matter, but why the fuck we gotta march if all Black Lives Matter? Don't get me wrong, I'm down with Black Lives Matter. But why the fuck we gotta march if all Black Lives Matter?